Sentence structure rules for the SAT. Fragments. SAT grammar rule number 1. Each sentence needs a noun, a verb, and to express a full thought. Which of the following two examples is not a sentence? He was tired. Because he was tired. Only the first one is a sentence. The second is a fragment. Both of these, however, are clauses. A clause is a phrase that contains a subject and a verb. It may or may not be a sentence. So what's the point of a clause? Breaking up long sentences into clauses helps us to understand what each part of the sentence is doing. This will also help you be able to tell if you are dealing with an actual sentence or if you are dealing with a fragment or a run-on. Hint: this is what the SAT is really testing you on when it mentions clauses. Subordinate clauses. Now, let's take a look at a sentence that is made up of two clauses. Because he was tired, Charlie decided not to run the race. The first clause, because he was tired, is not a sentence. We call this a subordinate clause because it is not the most important part of the sentence. Hence, it is subordinate or secondary to the main part or main clause of the sentence. Charlie decided not to run the race. In other words, the big idea is that Charlie didn't run the race. A subordinate clause is also called a dependent clause because it depends on another clause. Otherwise, it's just a sentence fragment. Similarly, a clause that is a complete sentence is called an independent clause. It's independent. It doesn't need to rely on any other clauses to be a sentence. The SAT is not going to test you on the exact terminology, but it will test you on the ability to determine whether a clause is a fragment. If I take a simple sentence like, he studied, and add a subordinating conjunction in front of it, what was a sentence is no longer a sentence. It is now a subordinate clause. Subordinating conjunctions include because, although, even though, since, nevertheless, whereas, while. There are more, but a good shortcut to identifying whether a word is a subordinating conjunction is to ask yourself the following. Does it provide a reason, contrast, or condition for the main clause? Unless you finish all of your broccoli, you can't have any ice cream. Condition. Sarah was a star athlete, whereas her sister Maggie would rather not get up off the couch. Contrast.